Channel NewsAsia.
Singapore's hotel sector gears up for a tourism boom. Hello and welcome to this week's Money Mind. Singapore is enjoying a tourism boom like never before. The city-state has transformed itself into one of the hottest tourist destinations in Asia after a multi-billion-dollar makeover, and visitors from all over the world have been flocking in. So, how are hoteliers taking advantage of the boom? For an insight, Money Mind's Frederick Lim spoke to some industry players and analysts.
Once it was seen as a stopover destination for tourists traveling in the Southeast Asia region. A pleasant enough place for a short stay and for some shopping and dining, but with nothing all that exciting to see or do. In terms of scenic beauty and spectacular places of interest, neighbours like Thailand, Malaysia and Indonesia had much more to offer. But all that has changed in the last few years. Two integrated resorts have sprung up after the government did away with a 40-year ban on casinos. New tourist attractions are being added and old ones rejuvenated. World-acclaimed events like Formula One racing have been brought in. And as a top business and convention hub in the region, Singapore continues to draw in corporate travellers. Last year, visitor arrivals in Singapore grew by 20% to 11.6 million, while tourism receipts shot up by a hefty 49% to 18.8 billion Sing dollars. Hotel room revenue rose 22% to $1.9 billion from a year earlier. And there's a buzz and vibrancy about the city-state that is making it an attraction in itself.
Singapore is becoming a world city, and people are attracted to world cities. It's got all the things that people like to come and see. Some of the new tourism product that it has, like the casino, some of the older tourism product that it has in relation to the zoo and its location in the subtropics. It has everything that it needs.
Singapore's tourism products such as the casinos and Universal Studios and the staging of annual sporting events such as the Formula One race and year-round business conferences also tend to bring in repeat visitors.
The interesting thing about Singapore is that the tourists will continue to come time and time again to it. So it's not a destination that will just come once, but they come twice or 3 times. The interesting thing about business travel that's really quite crucial to understand too is that once somebody has been to a destination for business, they've come for a meeting, they've come for a conference or an exhibition, they're very, very likely, more likely now to come back for a holiday than they would have ever been before. So it becomes this sort of evolving snowball effect that if you're bringing business and conferences and exhibitions to a city, you're also underpinning the future tourism to the city as well.
Analysts say that Singapore is on track to meet its target of 13 million visitors this year and the longer-term goal of 17 million by 2015. New tourism attractions in the pipeline include the Gardens by the Bay, a new international cruise terminal, Changi Motorsports Hub and a marine life park. And hotel receipts based on RevPAR or revenue per available room are expected to be robust.
In terms of RevPAR forecast, we are looking at a 12% hike in 2011. This is on the back of a very, very strong 25% hike that last year. Largely because last year was on a lower base effect. This year, what we expect is for hoteliers to continue to push rates going up in anticipation that the demand for rooms in 2011 is going to be pretty strong. Average occupancy is about 80%, which essentially would mean that the hotels are pretty filled at these kind of levels.
Langham Hotels, which started up 140 years ago in London, now operates 28 hotels in 4 continents. Currently, it does not have a hotel in Singapore, but says that this is one place it can't afford not to have a presence.
Singapore definitely is a missing link. We really would love to get a hotel in Singapore. We think we have the right sense of hospitality. We have something different we can offer in this market, and we're looking for partners to help us bring our brands to Singapore.
The booming industry is also attracting newcomers. Mary Chia Holdings, which is in the beauty and spa business, has just set up a boutique hotel with a joint venture partner. It's the first hotel in Singapore to be based on the concept of beauty and wellness and offers spa treatments with a royal Manchurian theme.
So far, the hotels has enjoyed an average occupancy rate of over 85% since soft opening in March this year. The joint venture also allowed us to leverage on the growth and demand in the growing hospitality sector to expand our customer base and offerings by tapping on the tourists and the overseas market without leaving home. These include tourists and business visitors to the two integrated resorts.
Analysts say that hotel counters on the Singapore stock market offers good investment opportunities for investors.
CDL Hospitality Trust is one of the largest hotel owner in Singapore. About 6 to 7% of total room inventory in Singapore belongs, I think, run by them. So in terms of scale, in terms of their leverage into the Singapore hospitality sector, they offer investors one of the most pure compared to the other various stocks. For Genting Singapore, it would largely be driven from the Universal Studios being slowly ramping up in 2011. I think over the next couple of quarters or months, they have previously announced that they'll be slowly opening up new rides. For the top picks, we are looking for CDL to deliver a total return of in excess of 15%, backed by a yield of about 7% going forward. The likes of Genting, I think we have a 30% upside in terms of our stock prices from current levels to our target price.
Here are DBS Vickers' recommendations for hotel stocks.